Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach, and today I am driving one of the craziest cars I have ever borrowed from a dealership. This is a 2003 Hummer H2. Up front is a 6.0 liter supercharged V8, and down below is a 4-speed automatic transmission. Now, I am super excited to be driving this here Hummer H2 for two reasons. First of all, I've never driven a Hummer H2. I've done the H3, I've done the H3T, and the brand new Hummer Electric, but I have not reviewed an H2, so today we're gonna do that. But the second reason is because this vehicle makes 950 horsepower, which is insane. But before we get on to anything else, I have a website, zachpradel.com, where you can buy stickers and other merchandise when it becomes available. You can also submit your own vehicle to be reviewed by me through a quick and easy submission form, and you get a video of your car just like this one. And you could read my behind the scenes blog to see what I'm filming before it comes out on the channel. But let's get back to the modifications that have been done to this Hummer H2. The stock H2 did come with a 6-liter V8 up front. However, this is not that. This is a LSX crate engine from Chevy, and a stock LSX makes about 473 horsepower out of the box. Now, this is a LSX B15 for those of you interested. But then the previous owner said, no, I want more. And so they added a Kenny Bell supercharger, a 3.6 liter supercharger, bumping this thing all the way up to 950 horsepower. It also gets a Rossler Level 4 4L8E transmission as opposed to the 4L60E that used to come in these things. And it also has an upgraded transfer case and Dynotech front and rear drive shafts. All of that put together makes this monstrosity. And we're out here on the test track. I'm not going full throttle. I am scared of this motor vehicle. And so let's just... Oh my God. This thing is so undrivable. It's incredible. It's almost a beautiful machine in the fact that you can't even use this thing. First of all, that supercharger whine is great. Oh, that transmission really kicks you in the butt, but just, the gas pedal is so sensitive and the Hummer is so heavy that when you let off, the car kind of rocks, so then you accidentally hit the gas again and you get this sort of effect. It's insane. This truck really is what happens when you drive into Los Santos Customs and just buy the most expensive thing, or in Forza or any other video game, and you don't even think about what the car is going to be like at the end. You just buy most expensive, best. You get this, and that is absolutely insane. I cannot use this horsepower. No one can use this horsepower. The 4L8E is an aggressive transmission. It's a level 4, whatever that means to the manufacturer, and it's aggressive. It kicks you, it bites, it snarls, it will curb stomp you if it needs to. But you need something beefy like that to handle all of this dumb, stupid power. Last but not least, of course, the Hummer is 4-wheel drive. With that out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have a bunch of gauges, and this part of the video is going to be mostly standard Hummer H2 stuff. On the far left, I have my transmission temperature, then I have my tachometer and speedometer, and on the right, I have my oil pressure, fuel, coolant temperature, and battery voltage. On the steering wheel, it does say Hummer embossed into it. I really like that. But on the left, I have my voice commands program source and my little information screen for the dashboard, and then off to the right, I have my volume, seek, and page icons. Off to the left, I have a giant climate control vent, as well as my rear wiper settings and my wiper sprayer, my headlights, and gauge dimmer switch. Moving on to the door, I do have 2 different memory seat options, as well as my heated seat options. So, interestingly enough, I can choose to heat just my back, or my back and my butt, whatever I would like. Then I get my power mirrors, power lock, and power window switches down below on the door. Moving into the center, I have 2 more climate control vents. and the standard GM radio at the time, which I am just very fond of seeing in Tahoes, Suburbans, Silverados. Corvettes of this era share a similar kind of radio, and it just feels very homey. Off to the left of that, I do have my 4-wheel drive settings, so they are push-button 4-wheel drive settings. So I have 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. And then I have my climate controls. I do get dual zone climate, which is very, very nice. Very nice to see that. As well as I do get recirculating, AC, all those things. Then off to the left, I have my traction control, tow haul, and then a red switch. I don't know what this does. I don't intend on learning what this does. It looks scary, and gonna leave it there. The car is running with it in its current position, so I'm just gonna leave that. Then I get 3 12-volt outlets, and then we come to the center console. The shifter off to the left looks very, very funky, very strange. And off to the right, we do have cup holders, so we will do a big friggin' bottle test here in the Hummer H2, and I'm sad to report that it doesn't pass. Interestingly enough, it does not pass the big friggin' bottle test, which most vehicles of this size do, but unfortunately, this does not. Then I do get this giant center console. You could fit plenty of things in there. And then we gotta talk about the seats. The seats are custom. That was another upgrade that a previous owner did, and they are completely horrendously ugly. However, you know, I'm not falling through the floor yet, so I guess they're fine. They are heated, power, and memory, so what can you do? Speaking of seats, however, we do have back seats, so let's go do a back seat review. All right, so we're on the back of the 2003 Hummer H2, obviously a very modified one, and the custom upholstery carries on back here. Unsurprisingly, however, it's still very, very gaudy. But down below here, I do have 2 climate control vents, which is very nice. I do get my own radio, which is interesting. I can plug in headphones and listen through there. I also have heated seat options, 2 12-volt outlets, and a little shelf. This is a very well-equipped back seat. I think on a road trip or something like that, I would really, really enjoy it. You do notice how just really small these windows are back here. It's a big thing that I noticed. Oh, I do have a center console. Oh, 2 cup holders. You know what? These fit the big friggin' bottle perfectly, but the front ones don't. That's kind of annoying. I still can't pass the Hummer H2, but I guess if you do need to hold the big friggin' bottle, you could set it right here in the back. Speaking of the back, let's go take a quick look at the trunk and cargo space. All right, so we're on the back of the Hummer H2. You get this giant pull tab. It almost feels like I'm opening up an airplane hangar. Well, I guess we have a hood scoop if we want one. Oh, God. But anyway, back here, I do have a lock and unlock switch. I have a giant cubby as well as a 12-volt outlet. This, this is my spare tire if I ever need it, and it actually is bolted really solidly over to the wall over here. But other than that, nothing too crazy down here. I do get this giant tailgate, and I do have this pull strap to pull it back down into place. There you go. That's the back of a Hummer H2. Now we got to talk about the looks, and this is another custom part of the vehicle. This is a custom tri-tone paint. The vehicle is normally yellow, and they added this orange and then blue sort of stripe or squiggle down the side. It is very, very early 2000s, and according to the dealership, the previous owner spent $55,000 in just upgrades on this vehicle. That's including the paint and the engine swap. Drive shaft, transmission, all the goodies that we talked about. This thing has a presence. When I saw it on the lot, I got goosebumps, and I still don't know if those were good goosebumps or bad goosebumps, but they're goosebumps nevertheless, and any car that can do that is interesting to me. However, with all of that being said, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving this monstrosity? Well, let's talk about stock Hummer H2s for a second. The actual experience being in here. This thing is massive. It does suffer from some build quality issues. It's very plasticky, but I think original owners back in the 2000s didn't really care about that stuff. This thing has presence. You show up in one of these, people are gonna talk. They're gonna start whispering in the background. Oh, what's this guy about? What's this guy about? And that was kind of a reason why you bought a Hummer. But this, well, this takes it to the next level. This is something insane. 950 horsepower. Why? Why would you ever do this to a motor vehicle? Because like I said, this thing is very, very hard to drive. It is insane. Like I said, it's like someone went to an upgrade shop and just selected every single checkbox they physically could with no regard of what this thing might be at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, this thing is a monstrosity. This is everything right and wrong with modifying cars. I mean, it's flashy, it's out there, it's brash. But at the end of the day, this thing just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.